Circle Send. Hi there, I'm Will Conover.
And I'm Matt Elmstetter.
And we are two super fans of The Circle.
The best show on television.
Best show on streaming television.
And also the only show tailor-made to a quarantine.
Yes, the quarantined era, you know? We are locked in our houses. Mm-hmm. We are binging The Circle France, which we will be...
6 feet?
Actually, let's stay here for now. We have to stay on camera. We are binging The Circle France, and we are super fans. We've watched the US, UK, and Brazilian versions. We are super excited for the next season. Yeah. And I'll say that this first episode does not disappoint.
No.
The French
comes with the hits.
Yeah, they are a shifty bunch, that French.
This guy.
So let's get into it. Let's hear our main players for The Circle France. We have 8 competitors battling for 100,000 euros.
100,000 euros.
It's a lot of cash, and they have to be the most popular player by the end, being rated by their fellow players. Let's get into it. Who do we have first, Matt?
First, we have Romain. He's a trainer and a baker. He likes the side smirk emoji, and he doesn't stop doing it. His whole introduction video is him doing the whatever that face is.
Yeah. No, he says he's willing to flirt to get away, to get by, not only with the women, but with the men. He's basically playing it straight.
Yeah.
He is the great introduction to the circle because he's just, fun-loving guy, just living out there for the dream.
Happy-go-lucky. Seems like he's having fun doing whatever.
And he's smirking his way down to that 100,000 euros.
His way down to the finals, man. What's he going to be up to? Who knows?
Yeah, that's a great question. Up next, we have Elia.
Yeah.
Elia is a nurse, kind of a child care practitioner.
Kind of a little vague. But...
She's super romantic. She loves fairy tales. She loves all of that stuff. And you can even see that in the first episode.
Yeah.
Definitely going to use her feminine ways to climb her way to the top of the circle. She hates social media. That is a very specific...
social media, and she said she lives in La La Land, the film directed by Daniel.
No, like La La Land, like the in the clouds, in the clouds. She lived in France. We're not specifically sure where yet. Is she from Nice as well?
She's the one from Nice.
That's right.
She gets into it with another character in a little bit.
Actually, we're about to introduce...
The next character, Valeria.
Valeria.
Who's played by her husband, Maxime?
Yeah, Maxime, who is a real estate bro in Monaco. And he's got that kind of really loose. He's a douche. I hate the guy.
He looks like he's got too much money to deal with.
Did you notice he's cuddling the picture of his girlfriend?
Yeah, it's always next to him.
His beautiful Ukrainian wife,
which he mentions about 10 times.
She's Ukrainian. She is gorgeous.
She's Ukrainian and she's gorgeous.
And
she's Ukrainian.
She's a gemologist?
She's a gemologist.
Which is her real life job, but sounds fake.
Yes, which sounds like a fucking lie.
And her and Elliot get into it about Nice a little bit, but I think everybody comes away unscathed.
Yes.
There's no discovery.
Yeah, he doesn't go into any details. He's able to play it off pretty quickly. Next up we have Cedric.
Ooh, personal favorite.
I think straight away he's the favorite to win this.
Yeah. He fits that circle archetype of the bro with the heart. You got Broy Joey or JP from the Brazilian season, and there is something to the fact that when they enter the show, I think you as the audience and other players are supposed to kind of count them out.
Yes.
Because you think that they're going to be super horn dog, you think that they're going to be super kind of callous and mean and playing games. They don't. So far, we have seen Cedric be nothing but lovely to the 2 women who are in love with him right away.
Immediately.
He is knocking it out of the park. Yeah. He is a kickboxer, a champion.
He says he's a world champion boxer.
But he's keeping it quiet on the circle.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. I mean, if they knew.
I think if you come out and say I'm a world champion boxer, I think everybody is going to say, what are you talking about? No, that's fake.
But I'm sure this is one of those lies that will be revealed later on. Mm-hmm. I think sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Because we also have another boxer in the game.
Yes.
But moving on, our next player is Nicolas, a 25-year-old kind of cutesy little boy. Psych, it's a catfish.
Psych, it's 2 old women.
2 70s, not octogenarians, septuagenarians, right?
Sure.
These 2 old ladies are playing one of their grandsons.
Yeah.
Monique and Joe are playing him very flirty, very forward.
Sure. Well, I would say less flirty, more forward.
We started the kind of main circle chat, and Maxime or Valeria, the beautiful Ukrainian woman, says, I'm in the bath, relaxing. I'm not stressed out about the circle. first thing out of
First
Nicholas's
message.
mouth. There's no other introductory message. It's just, I would love to get in the bath with you. The circle that everybody else takes that so poorly. It is not
Does
great.
not go well.
But of course, Maxime is happy that his ruse has succeeded and
Yeah.
that he is sexy woman in the bath. Up next, what do we got?
Ines.
Ines.
She sells beauty products. It seems sells or makes. It was kind of a little vague. She loves boxing.
Yeah.
And she has a conversation with Cedric later a little bit about it. She's originally from Morocco and is very excited when Cedric uses some Arabic.
Yes, they're Arabic buddies in the game, which is very cute, and immediately kind of gets Cedric attention away from who's he flirting with before. Have we introduced them?
We have not.
Okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
But yeah, Ines is kind of a mystery box. We don't know much about her. J.J. Abrams would be very excited to meet her.
She's 23.
She's 23. She seems, we've discussed kind of these archetypes that the circle goes on. She seems that girl next door, kind of attainable beauty, very funny, very casual. Sammy in the U.S. seasons, think of that kind of deal. Georgina, oh my gosh.
Love Georgina. Hope she's doing well.
Okay, this is not the time to reach out to Georgina. This is like not that moment. Up next we have Gary, who's a 30-year-old out proud gay man on the circle. He is, I would say, immediately very likable. He dresses super well.
And I recognize what he wants to do with his money. He says he wants to get hair transplants and blow $100,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey man,
As soon as you possibly can. Yeah, no, totally. But yeah, he is. I will say, his first photo in the circle is this really close-up shot, and it's like his beautiful eyes, but they look horrific. He looks like a doll.
It looks like. Sorry to any Android users out there. It looks like a picture shot with like portrait mode on like a Samsung Galaxy Note 7 or some shit, whatever they are now.
Getting into the photos that are chosen, we have our final contestant on the circle, who is Lou.
Yeah.
Fits another one of our archetypes, model rights.
Models are the most oppressed part of society.
Especially in the circle, because people immediately think they're shallow and beautiful, and how hard that must be for them.
Or they immediately say, that's fake, you're a catfish, no one's that
Yes,
pretty.
and I will say with Lou, that would be not a terrible thing to think, because her first photo uploaded is this uber professional, mega, super, focusy.
Shallow depth of field, very, the colors are touched up, her eyes pop out. It's a great photo. Great job, Lou. Doesn't work on the circle, especially for a first photo. You can introduce that on a second or a third photo.
You need real. You
need to open up with a candid iPhone shot, just something simple.
What would you say, out of these 8, we have introduced our cast, who did the best first photo? You can include the bio if you'd like, but first photo. Really?
Elliot, it's not even close.
Wow.
I think Elliot smacked it out of the park. Romaine, I think, is the winner for the guys. I think Elliot's the winner overall.
You were not a big fan of the Cedric photo, which had that cute little puppy in it.
I think the puppy's a good, option, but he's got his hat down low. He's kind of hiding away. He's showing the puppy's face more than his face.
Would normally agree with you, but people loved the puppy. They were huge fans.
They did.
So we have our main setup here. We have our 8 characters. One will leave every episode. One will enter the circle until the last few weeks when we're starting to whittle things down. Who do you think has the distance to go on and reach that finale, maybe get that €100,000?
I think in every season so far we've seen kind of a group from the first week make it all the way there, 3 or 4 people. I think in this one, I think Cedric's a good bet.
Yep.
I think Elliot's a good bet. Maybe Ines.
Yep.
But I think maybe Romaine.
I think Romaine has a shot if he can show, because that first photo he chooses is him bright and happy and loud, and everything we've seen from him in the circle, he seems like a great guy, very funny, very personal. If he brings a little bit more of that out, I think he can coast his way through. He's handsome enough. He's got that long, beautiful hair.
Yeah.
He can flirt with the new people that come in and not feel bad when they leave.
Yeah.
So
I feel bad when he kicks him off.
yeah, well, let's hope he's not an influencer. At the end of the episode, we do get a tease at our listings that we will get on the next episode. That is 8th place, last place, Nicolas, the 2 older ladies.
Monique and Joe.
Specifically probably for that bath.
Yeah. For immediately starting off the first conversation they're allowed to have with the worst.
I want to take a bath with you.
Yeah, I want to take a bath with you. Hey, just a tip. I don't know. Just a tip, guys. First message, don't.
Maybe.
And girls also. Don't.
Everyone.
Anyone. Don't start with
Following Nicolas is Valerie, then Lou. Model rights placing pretty high here in 6th place.
Yeah.
And then 4th place is tied between Gary and Ines, meaning that our top 3 remain Romaine. Elia, and Cedric.
Yeah.
Who do you think is our first circle influencers, our blue check marks?
I think it's straight out the gate. It's Cedric and Elia. Cedric has 2 great conversations with Ines and Lou, so they both rated him high.
Yeah.
I think he was really the only person we saw have multiple good conversations. And so I think Cedric's number 1 to start. I think Elia's number 2. I think she'll coast kind of the distance.
Yeah, and I think everyone we've seen so far is starting off on a good foot. I mean, except for our bottom ranking. I think this will be a exciting season of the Circle, and in quarantine, we can always learn something from how these people are staying sane indoors, stuck in what we know to be some little suburb in England.
Yeah.
Not actually.
Manchester.
Again, spoiler alert, they are not in Paris.
Yeah.
They have been flown out to England to take place in this show. This week, I think we can learn some culinary skills.
Yeah.
How to work as a team. At least we see what not to do with our older couple. Monique and Joe playing Nicolas. They are kind of bickering back and forth, but not even really about the stuff on the Circle, mostly about the food that they are preparing.
The pasta that they're cooking too long.
The peas that they're snapping the peas. There's not enough of them. There's definitely some tension. That's absolutely true. Okay, so we've learned what we can learn from the Circle. We have our winners and losers. We have our predictions for the future, Matt. Let me hear your overall thoughts on the Circle France. What do you expect to see in this version of the Circle that we have not seen in Brazil, US, or UK?
Oh, I think that we haven't. I think, first of all, what I expect from France is this is coming post now 3 seasons. They probably hadn't seen the Brazil, but they probably had seen US season, both the UK seasons.
At the very least, the first UK season had aired much before.
Yes, so they've had film to watch. They've had game tape to analyze. I think we're going to see a little bit more gamesmanship and strategy out of this, similar to the Brazil season.
No.
And I think, if the stereotypes about the French are true, this could be conniving and thievery and
I thought you were going to say they were going to eat a bunch of frogs.
Oh.
Because they do that too in France, I'm telling you. Yeah, it's true. They freaking frog eaters.
Snails, escargot.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking that they are frogs. Sorry, France. This has been Circle Send. We're excited to go forward in the new season with you. I'm Will Conover.
I'm Matt Melmstetter.
And we'll be back with episode 2 as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, all that stuff. Yeah.
Do that.